Okay, for these notes, we're going to learn about more angles and triangles. So we know that the three angles equal 180 when we add them up. On a problem like this first one in your notes, what we have to do is we have to solve for x first. And so we're going to write our three angles. The first angle I see is 75, plus the second angle I see is 2x minus 7, plus the third angle I see is 3x plus 12. All of those three things equal 180. The order that you combine them doesn't matter. And so now what I have to do is I have to put my like terms together. 2x and 3x makes 5x. A 75, a negative 7, and a positive 12. So 75 minus 7 plus 12 gives us 80 equals 180. And now I'm just going to solve. So I'm going to minus 80. So 5x is 100. Divide by 5. So x is 20. All right, so that's the first part. But you see right here, it says that we need to find the measure of angle B and angle C. Well, angle B is right there. And so what we have to do is we have to plug in x. It's really thin. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, that's fine. And so it'll be 3 times 20 plus 12. Well, that's 60 plus 12, so that's 72. So the measure of angle B is 72. So that's one answer. And then for the next one, we have to find angle C. And so again, we just plug in x. So 2 times 20 minus 7. So that's 40 minus 7, which is 33. So the measure of angle C equals 33. So you have to look and see if sometimes you also have to plug things in. And here's an example where you have to plug in your values because it said find the measures. All right, the new rule that we're adding today, so let's highlight this, is the remote interior angle rule. Okay, if we look at this problem, right, I'm going to draw kind of a sketch over here. That's similar where we're going to do some math and then we're going to actually draw what happens here. So let's all draw this picture on the side. Same thing. Well, that looks horrible. Let me try that again. Okay, so I'm going to draw a big angle and then I'm going to make the line go here. So there are some things that we know about triangles. Let's say that this one's 120 and this one is 50, right? If I give you those two numbers, we can find these other two numbers. So right here, what I'm hoping that you recognize, and again, make sure you draw this down, is that these two angles make a straight line. And remember, the measure of a straight line is 180. So to find that angle right there, I'm going to do 180 minus 120, and that's going to give me 60. So let me erase this thing because that was a big marker. Using that one. Let's go a little smaller. And so those make 180, so this is 60. And now what I want you to notice is that inside this triangle, three angles add up to 180. And so I would do 50 plus 60, which is 110, and do 180 minus 110, which gives me 70. Now, here's what I want you guys to see. So this is how you would do a problem if we just did one step at a time. We look for a line, and then we find the triangle. What I want you to see, though, is look at these angles that I'm going to highlight. Let's do blue. We haven't used blue yet. This angle and this angle, when I add 50 and 70 up, you get 120. That's what this remote interior angles is. So I have these remote angles over here, And when I add them up, they equal this one. So this angle right here, this exterior angle, equals the two remote angles. I like to say it's fireworks. Woohoo, fireworks. Below the firework, they go to the angles far away. And so if we have a problem, let's see, you should have some space right here. If I tell you this one's 105 and this one is 80, you should automatically say, oh, okay, this one. So it would be x plus 80 equals 105. So you minus 80 on both sides. So x is 25. Questions about that? Again, this outside angle equals the sum of those two. So two types of problems you're going to have today are where, first of all, you're going to solve for x and then plug it in, and then where you use this exterior rule. Okay, so let's go on to your next page of notes, and you're going to write these down. So let's just do a new one, but I'm going to draw it this way. So what happens if I have an x plus 5 here? And we're going to say this one's 82 and 41. Well, remember our firecracker rule. This outside equals those two added together. So go ahead and see if you can write the equation and solve the problem. So it should be x plus 5 equals 82 plus 41. So x plus 5 equals 123. And you minus 5 on both sides. So x is 118. Okay. All right, so make sure you use these notes while you do our different practice problems. We are going to learn some more ways to see triangles, but this is the first step we have to do, is we have to know how to find our remote interior angles using the outside angle, and we have to be able to do up here, find x, and then plug in.